Welcome back to another video, Traders Glow FX. So I'm going to run down this Euro USD trade. There was a couple of setups that I actually had for London session that actually played out. I did not take the GBP USD setup, which I'm about to show you. So here was a setup. Let's go ahead and just delete everything, okay? So at this time, the market was about, just back this up a little bit. Market was about right here as I was reviewing Asian, okay? You guys know me. I like to follow the flow of the trend. I also like to trade breaks and retests or supply and demand levels. So right here, I can see that the market had a big supply zone. And the reason why I say this is supply zone, because if you guys think about it, you have resistance all in here. I'm not looking at liquidity grabs. That's not really what I'm interested in. I'm looking at supply zone along with, maybe a potential order block. So I'm looking at all these things all in one, and plus you have reversal candles, candlestick patterns, candlestick confirmations that was telling me, okay, hey, this was bearish. It may come back up to the supply zone and drop again. I sent it out in my group. Although I didn't take it, honestly, guys, anytime you have GBP news, I was supposed to wake up 5 minutes before this happened because I was trading London at the time at 3 a.m. I usually trade from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. during London time, and I go right back to sleep. So I'm not even really worried about a trade. So GBP USD didn't really come up to this area while I was awake, but it came up to the area while I was sleeping. I was supposed to get in the trade around like 5 minutes before, but because that GBP news was so crazy, I just decided, like, you know what, don't even chase this trade. So notice here, guys, on the 1 hour time frame, you see this big spike up to the upside. Okay, now this was around 3 a.m. okay, what I'm really looking at is I'm really looking at this area, and the reason why I'm really looking at this area is because you have you have order blocks in this area. Okay, so I kind of like really highlighted where I wanted it to tap in, and what I was thinking about doing is if it taps in anywhere from here to here, I was looking for sales. Obviously that would have been 20 pips stop loss. I really wanted to put in a sell limit while I was sleeping. Would have had my stop probably like here, 35 pips, boom, right here. All right, and then obviously it would barely miss my stop loss, and I would have hit TP. Okay, now, so the reason why I'm saying why would have I taken this, and I was actually also talking to my people about they might come back up, because guys, if you really think about it, when news candle just drops like that, usually it could be pairs tend to like reverse real hard or like pull back real hard. And so I was technically wanting to buy this after this drop, but because it dropped so hard, and then you had this bullish candle come in, and then you had this bearish candle come back down, it was hard to even know if it was going to continue down and continue back up. So I just ended up not jumping into this trade. Now, if you wanted to buy, you could have bought at this level. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, I really wasn't looking at GBP USD. You could have bought here, right? So if I remove this, you could have bought here for a safe buy, right? Once it broke, and put your stop loss below this level right here, which is 30 pips, and you can run it on up, right? So that's what I was kind of like, looking at. GBP USD now is currently right here. So it's pretty ugly. It's really choppy. I mean, right now it's bulls, buys in my opinion, because if you look at the 4 hour time frame, all you see is 3 bullish candles in the 4 hour time frame. As far as right now, I'm not saying for everyone, but for right now, I'm still thinking it's ultimately sells. So if I delete this, right, which I am not going to touch GU at all tomorrow, I'm thinking GU could come back up one more time, and touch this area, maybe grab some liquidity, and then head right back down to this area. Will that happen during GPP? Will that happen during NFP news? I'm not sure. You know, I'm a reaction trader, a breakout trader. I am not a predicting trader. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like this M is going to happen right here, and I'm not about to sit here and tell you like the market's going to come back down and form a W. Okay, if it does fit form an M, you know, okay, I'll put my entry here, put a stop loss right there, or I can simply wait for this neckline to be retested, and then I'll let it go and put my stop loss right here and just ride the wave. Right now, I have lost on one trade. It was a EuroCAD trade. I have one of my mentors, my pre-mentors that used to mentor me and everything. He's part of this group. He sent an analysis, and I was in profit and everything. I was about, you could say, about like 30 pips in profit. But the market ended up coming back towards me, and look, I let it go. You know, I lost 20 pips on that trade, which is not bad. So what saved me was Euro USD. Gained my losses plus some. So Euro USD, some of you guys are probably wondering, okay, why did you buy Euro USD? Originally, I had my setup right here. I wanted the market to come back up and just sell at this area, and of course it sold at this area. But then again, I saw that this market could potentially come back up and sell. It came back up and sold at this area. All right, and it was like 36 pips. I was not able to catch Euro USD because it was not giving me what I wanted. So what I did is, like, I actually said I'm not going to trade. I came back later and I saw that this structure was broken. Now guys, listen to me. Anytime structure is broken and it looks like an impulse candle and it closes above, I'm looking to buy the market. So once I saw that this was in this channel. Once I saw that Euro USD was in this channel and it came back and retested these lows. Right, I'm gonna give you guys some sauce right quick. So all these right here are hammers, doji candles, inverted hammers, tweezers, all that stuff. If you think about that, that's all these reversal candles telling you that after this candlestick has came to this low, it's retesting this area and then heading right back up. Okay, so once I reviewed that, I said, oh, it's not actually selling no more, it's actually starting to buy. That's when I switched bias and I was waiting for the break. I did not have time to put this out in analysis because I was working. So what I ended up doing was just waiting for this to impulse up. And once the impulse happened, right before NFP, what happens, always the impulse to these highs, like the closest high. I jumped in, put my stop loss right underneath this candle, and right now I'm sitting really well in 38 pips. I'm looking to take it at least 80 pips. We'll see where it goes from there. Now, I usually only trade GJ and gold. Okay, I'm trying to stick to 1 or 2 pairs, and that's GJ and gold. Now, GJ and AU. Gold is like my third. Okay, I love gold. I just try not to trade it that much. I had this set up right here for gold, but because it was a little bit like it really wasn't giving me what I wanted, because right here I wanted to sell and it did sell. So I actually put in an order right here, my stop loss above this candle, right? And then once it got at least 100 pips in, I thought it was going to keep dying, right? So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my stop loss right here at break. I wanted to swing it all the way. Because, and the reason why I say this, guys, the reason why I was going to swing this is because, like, one, I'm in lower lot size and risk, so I just wanted more out of the market. Number two, usually when gold comes to these highs like this, especially on the 4-hour, especially when it happens all up here, they just dump and just kept dumping. But for this time, it didn't dump. And I see that because it didn't dump, it came back and stopped me out in profit. So I really didn't lose anything. So that was good. Right now on a 4-hour candle, you can see that we have a what? Inverted hammer. All right. Or actually, we can just inverter handle, or you can call it a doji if you want to, whatever you want to think it is. This could be a sign that gold is probably going to come back down somehow, or at least retest some type of area. Okay, so right now we have gold break into these highs though. So that's telling me that right now it's buys. You know, gold could come back down right here, retest this area, and then head back up if it's really buys. You know, we do have a let's go ahead and yeah,
And BGs is baby gangsters.
what we have, guys. So what are we forming here?
Baby gangsters. Call us BG.
Are forming an inverted head and shoulders. All right, so gold might pump, come back down like this, fire back up. We don't know. I'm not about to sit here and say that the market's going to do that. That's something that might happen. Okay, you have this harmonic pattern. I don't really use a harmonic pattern, but yeah, you know what? That can happen. Just to sell off into this zone right here. Let's do this. I know it's a bitch. I'm sorry, guys. Something else. But we could have something that comes down here and then completes that shoulder right here. It's an inverted hand and shoulder. So I mean, if you really look at this, this is possibly a good setup, so I'm going to be watching gold pretty well and see what happens from here. Okay. Euro USD right now is just bull running right now, so nothing really too much right now because we're in Asian consolidation. GJ, what do I see in GJ? We are in a seller's market. Either the market can pull back here, all right, one more time before coming back down, maybe, right? I'm not saying I'm predicting this to happen. Or we do have what we see is like a neckline right here where it broke this zone right here, and we could have this market come back to retest this area, come back down here to this demand zone, and maybe if we're lucky enough, we can catch that and we can catch this buy. Okay, so I'm not going to put too much emphasis on that. Just know that, here are your zones. I'm looking at the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. Okay, it's going to put that more right here because if you think about it, that's more of your supply area right there. You see? Bam. Okay, so just know that the market would and can and choose to do whatever it wants to. All right, guys. AUD USD, really leaving this one alone. I'm thinking, the market could come back up here and just really form sell bias up here at these highs right here. Okay, just tap them to the zone and then come back down, and it could rally back up. I don't know, but it seems like we could get a potential 70 pip drop. If you guys are looking for buy structure, because it is uptrend right now, currently is on an uptrend. I'm just saying, like, for those who are trying to catch this supply zone, if you think about it, this is a hardcore supply zone, so the market could come down here, but because we are in an uptrend, we do have this demand area right here. So you can wait for a buy right here to the NFP, or you can just wait for NFP and that for it to happen. Am I trading NFP? I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna try to trade more London than NFP. I'll probably end up trading NFP, but I'm going to be very conservative on my trade. So hopefully this analysis was helpful to you guys, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Yeah.